Next topic I do want to go over is with Cardano in El Salvador. This is the biggest story of the day. This is probably the most exciting story of the day because right now, Charles Hoskinson has already been in talks directly with the El Salvador government after they had approved Bitcoin to make it legal tender. This is something that is very, very exciting because in El Salvador, they have officially made Bitcoin legal tender, but the law is going to be implemented in September of 2021. Once the law is officially implemented, well, now they're going to have all these Bitcoin ATMs. They're going to really be trying to push to make it so people have crypto wallets. They have a $30 promotion where anyone who downloads the crypto wallet Chivo in El Salvador, they get $30 deposited in Bitcoin into their account. But the thing is no other cryptos have really been talking about getting into El Salvador, and I found that surprising. So I did some research, and I found that Charles Hoskinson talked about this in an entire video the other day on his own YouTube channel. He said, look, we have been in talks with some officials and parties of El Salvador, and I may do a state visit. I sent all documentation and requests for that to meet the president, talk with him about Bitcoin and potentially implementing Cardano. He said, we have talked to a few people in that orbit, and they've expressed their interest in digitizing the country and going beyond just legalizing Bitcoin. So it sounds like they actually want to get into just the entire crypto world, not just Bitcoin as forms of payment, but they want to potentially digitize the entire economy by using Cardano's technology for smart contracts, NFTs, for using decentralized finance. In addition to this, he goes on to say that we would have a better sense in probably the next 2 to 4 weeks. And if there is a proper state visit, they will go over, have some fun, talk with the president. Right now, the exciting thing about Cardano, which I really like about it, is not only are they a very energy efficient crypto, more energy efficient than Ethereum, more energy efficient than Bitcoin. They also have smart contracts, NFTs. Well, they're rolling out smart contracts, not yet, but they're rolling out smart contracts, NFTs, and they're all about DeFi, just like Ethereum. The thing that I really find interesting about Cardano, and things that I always go back to, is that Cardano is making major moves with real world applications. Everyone always talks about, oh, crypto is going to be used one day. You know, they have all these different applications to be actually used. But the thing is right now, Cardano already has a major partnership with the Ethiopian Education Council. With Ethiopian Education Minister came out, this was a couple months back, and he said, look, we partnered with Cardano to give all students in about 3,500 schools blockchain-based IDs that would allow all the students. It totaled 750,000 teachers, 5 million students. It gave them all the ability to track their academic performance without using the blockchain-based ID. So Cardano already has a real-world application with one country, with Ethiopia. Now they're talking about getting into El Salvador. And this is one of the many reasons why I like Cardano long-term, because they're not just sitting around and waiting for people to say, oh, I should use Cardano, or oh, I should use Ethereum. They're actively searching out partnerships with governments around the world. Ethiopia was the first one. Now they're trying to talk with El Salvador, and they're trying to figure out, look, we have a crypto that has a lot of different use cases. It is a competitor with Ethereum. Right now, it only has about a $30 billion market cap. If we check on coinmarketcap.com, Cardano's market cap is sitting right around $39 billion. So it's significantly behind Ethereum. It's about 8 times less than Ethereum. But the thing is it's faster, more energy efficient, and it has a lot of the same use cases as Ethereum. So for people who just say, can Cardano overtake Ethereum long term? I think it's definitely possible, because we don't see Vitalik Buterin coming out. He's the co-founder of Ethereum, but we don't see him coming out and talking about partnerships with governments. Like, they are working on a lot behind the scenes with EIP 1559, which is an upgrade, and also with ETH 2.0, but we don't see them talking with Ethiopia, with El Salvador. Meanwhile, Charles Hoskinson and Cardano are actively searching out all of these partnerships, and in my opinion, I think if you have two products that ultimately do very similar things, it's going to come down to which one has the most people on the platform. Right now, Ethereum kills Cardano. They have so many more people using it than Cardano. Cardano has a lot fewer people who actually own it, have Cardano blockchain-based IDs. There's a lot less people. Ethereum has way more people who own own it than Cardano. But long term, how are we going to get that better? How is that going to improve? By Cardano actively seeking out these partnerships with El Salvador, with Ethiopia, and that's why I really like them. They're currently doing this. We don't know if this is going to actually come together and work, but what we do know is that Charles Hoskinson said he's reached out to them, he submitted all the formal documentation, and potentially in the future, they're going to be able to have a deal with El Salvador where they can integrate it not just for payments, not just for payment processing, but to make Cardano one of the major cryptos in El Salvador for all activities. So that could be for schools, all students having blockchain-based IDs, for all financial institutions, let's say, use Cardano as well. Like, there's so many different use cases for them. The other day, we saw something with the Bank of Israel. The Bank of Israel came out the other day, and it wasn't with Cardano, but this is one of the craziest use cases I have seen for crypto. And this was that the Bank of Israel is currently testing Ethereum and decentralized finance and smart contracts, NFTs, all of that. They're testing it to see how can it work in real world applications. How can we make our own central bank digital currency? And the thing that I found very exciting about this, while it isn't related to Cardano, the thing that is very interesting is that the Bank of Israel tested it out with one of the most exciting real world scenarios that I've seen. And what they did is that they took here they go. They successfully tested the ability to program car ownership and transfer it using a non-fungible token, complete the transaction with an NFT. So basically, they took the title of the car, made it an NFT, and they said, look, if someone sends another person X amount of dollars, it's going to automatically send them over the title of the car. Done instantly. You don't have to worry about the risk or need for central intermediaries. It's not going to take hours. It was instantaneous. Someone paid someone else money, and as soon as that money was received, the car title was automatically transferred over instantly. So this is like a use case for not only Ethereum, but Cardano and many other cryptos that do decentralized finance applications and smart contracts. So when we're talking about Cardano being in El Salvador, Ethereum being used long term, it's like, yes, the Bank of Israel made the initiative to test out Ethereum, see what it could do, see how we could actually implement in real life. But Ethereum and their co-founders aren't actively seeking out governments around the world to do this. This was just Bank of Israel's own initiative, own test. But Cardano, on the other hand, this is why I like them, is because they're actively saying, look, you could do this. We can have schools around the world have Cardano blockchain-based IDs. We could create smart contracts with Cardano. And they're saying, look, we could do all of this. You should use our platform. And Ethereum's just like the other way. Ethereum says, we have this platform. If you want to use it, great. That's basically what they're saying. And if a lot of people are. Ethereum's way more successful right now than Cardano. But it's just something that I think over time is going to keep building and snowballing on itself. And if we see Cardano secure some sort of deal with El Salvador, they already have the deal with Ethiopia. Maybe they'll secure a deal with Tanzania, which is currently talking about crypto. If we start to see them secure all these deals, well, in my opinion, that's going to be huge for Cardano long term, and it's why I bought more the other day when it dropped down to $1. It could drop even lower, but all I know is that what they're doing right now, the products they're working on, are things that I find really interesting and things that I think have real world scenarios, and I want to invest in something that I could see actually have a practical use case long term, and Cardano's doing that for us. They're doing that for us.